You see Rogan just keeps going, like with the conversation we were having. He just like, all right, flips on record and he keeps going. He's like, yeah, we're live. And then he just, so we were just talking about this.
That's what I really like about the idea of having a producer. I just want somebody back there so we could come, sit down, throw on the headphones, throw on the mics. Oh, you guys are live, by the way.
Yeah, that was like, and I was talking about before with the having a TV here.
Yeah.
You have a producer, just like flicks it live. And then like, if you want to show anything on the TV, you just turn and be like, and then show it on the. I love that when they show like, because I've been big into the whole like conspiracies and like the ancient apocalypse type shit.
Yeah,
Graham Hancock talked about. So when they show different things, like the things they find and see, and they show it on the television, you see it visually.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I love that.
You know what's funny about you saying that? I actually figured out that the most watched thing on YouTube and listened to type of format is conspiracy theories. Like if you pay attention to Rogan and you see his most watched episodes, people would assume
it's like the pyramids.
It is,
dude. Yeah. What? Oh, my favorite YouTube series I'm watching now. It's like they hit like 1 million views within 24 hours on almost all their videos now. Yeah. The guy AJ Gentile, he runs. It's the Y Files on YouTube. Watch it if you're into that shit. He talks. It's awesome. The videos. Yeah. I've seen every single episode he has.
That's crazy.
They're phenomenal. He talks about the pyramids. He has like the last one he talks about is I just watched was about President Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth, that he supposedly might have survived and like actually wasn't murdered. Like Lincoln was, but Booth wasn't. And there's so many facts. And the cool part about it is he gives you all the facts and reasons, the story behind it, and like why it could be true. And then he always like cuts it in the middle and is like, so is this actually fact? And then he'll give you every reason why it could be debunked. And then you as a viewer make the decision for yourself if it's true or false. I love that, because then he did another one about like the Nazis and like Hitler. And from that episode, it made me believe that Hitler like went to Argentina after he didn't get actually murdered. It was like one of the coolest episodes. Yeah, I'm like a full blown believer now that he was like, because they have a German like society there, like a little village that turns like there's all Germans still there to this day.
That's insane. I fall into every conspiracy theory. That's why I think I tend to not listen to them anymore, but they're so interesting. Exactly. So it's like you live your life as if they're already true.
Yeah, because you want them to be true so bad. Like the alien shit, I want it to be true so bad, but you just don't know.
No. It's funny you bring up the Egyptian pyramids, because I actually just got a phone call like 5 minutes before you arrived, and my dad throws me on the phone with this guy who's opening up a 500,000 square meter museum, which is the largest museum dedicated to one civilization in Egypt tomorrow. Yeah, I was like, first of all, my dad meets the most randomest.
So this guy's opening a place up in Egypt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could show you after the podcast. They just sent me a bunch of videos.
But why were you on the phone with him?
My dad is like FaceTime me, and my dad calls me off his work phone. My mom calls me and she's so nervous. She's like, your dad's asking me to send him your number. Like, why would he need your number? Is this AI? Are they trying to get me? Like,
they're trying to scam you?
Yeah, exactly. So she's like, and as I'm on the phone with her, I get a text, call me. And I'm like, who is this? But I already sent them one message, and it was a YouTube channel we own, part of the company. And I'm like, all right, I already think I know this number. It just happened to be my dad's work phone. I call him, and he's like, can you FaceTime me real quick? Can you show me the studio? I'm here with somebody. Oh, and because my dad talks about the studio with everybody. That's why I tell everybody I meet, I'm like, he's the salesman. I'm just like the minds behind the actual business, you know? He's the one that goes out and selling it. Like, it started with his dream. Like, I'm just way too quiet. Anybody he meets, he's like, you listen to Spanish radio? You ever seen the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as he should be very proud of what he's built here, what we built together.
Dude. Like, I tell everyone about your studio. I was like, you would never, ever know. Like, when you pull up to this little house in New Jersey, in Fair Lawn, they have the sickest studio in, like, North Jersey in their basement. It's crazy. And I remember the first time I walked down here, I made the right, and I'm like, holy fuck.
I love that.
It's so cool.
That's why, like, the next hire on my team, I want it to be a videographer. Like, I want to get that reaction of people actually walking in and kind of throw that in as B-roll into my intros. Could it be so cool?
Yeah, right. As for the time being, you could just set a camera out there.
Yeah, I think
before you go upstairs and get the person, just click it on.
Because even it was actually my episode with John Rondi. It was funny because we were talking about him earlier. He walked in and he's like, dude, no fucking way.
Him and Julian both told me I let them know I was coming on, like, the first time I came here, and they both said, like, wait till you see the studio. Like, what do you mean? He's like in Fairlawn, and they're like, wait, it's sick. I was like, what? All right. It like blew me out of the water.
I remember John saying, dude, I thought I was coming to a basement with a plastic table and like a few mics set up.
That's what I thought. And Julian was like, no, you have no fucking idea what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And he was right.
It's funny. And I love that expectation. And that's why anybody I invite onto the podcast, I love people who just want to come on. Just because it's a podcast and they want to tell their story. They don't need to know what the studio looks like. They don't even need to know half the time what I even do. You know what I mean? I'll tell them a small little recap of the people I've had on and like what I'm interested in. And I'll be like, heck yeah. Like those are the type of people I want to have on. Not the people that are asking me, how much do you charge? Or like, how much do you pay? Mm-hmm. Or just send me this, send me that. I'm like, I'm not that type of person. Like you see that I'm in sweats right now and Uggs and a black t-shirt that everybody sees me in every episode. Like this is how I plan to be for the entirety of my life. You're never really going to see me with chains or a nice watch. Like the one thing I will buy that I really like is the diamond tennis type of necklace. I don't know why. I've seen people with them and I'm just like, I really like it. And I feel like with a black tee sometimes.
I've been into watches a lot lately.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. But that goes back to what we were saying before. I forgot. I forgot. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yeah, no, my dad loves watches, and I like them too, but it's an expensive habit, and I already have enough expensive habits as it is. So maybe in the future. That's why I don't like to say too much about my future because I'm a person. I'm ever changing, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. I don't know who I'm going to be tomorrow. I've changed so much year by year, day by day. That's like I can only tell you how I feel right now. You know what I mean? Don't hold my words to who I am tomorrow because that could change.
That was like, now I remember what I was talking about. Guests. Mm-hmm. Bringing on people that you actually want to talk to. Yeah. Like that's what I can't stand when people reach out to me and be like, come on my podcast. And I'm thinking the whole time the vibe I'm getting is like, it's going to be free just to come on because they're interested and wanted to talk to me. And they're like, yeah, it costs about $250 for like an hour episode. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to spend that money elsewhere. Like, I guess you're just not interested to talk to me. No. You just want the money. So I'm like, I'm out. So that's what I love, the fact that you want to reach out to people who you find interesting. Yeah. You want to talk to.
Again, funny you say that just because I got an Instagram DM about a month ago, and they were like, would you be interested in coming on a podcast?
Like, why am I paying you to come on your podcast?
Exactly. Like, what? Like, what do you truly have to offer? If you're paying all your guests, and he's like, I have different ranks of podcasts. I work for this person, that person, and this person. Let's say the first person had 10 million followers on Instagram, the next had 1, and the next had 50K. He's like, all right, these are your prices. And it went up to 25 grand. I was like, why in the world would I ever pay 25 grand to go on somebody else's platform when I could invest that 25 grand into my platform and just...
Yeah. And you check their podcast out, they got like 5,000 recurring viewers. That's it. And they're ranked like 500 in that business sector, or like in entrepreneurship in the country.
Yeah.
Like,
now you know why. Now you know why.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I would genuinely never charge anybody to come on my podcast.
No, dude.
Because I look to have... This is one thing I never want to change in. I look to only have guests I'm interested in speaking with. Like, I don't want it to be a funnel for me making money in the sense of, all right, let me just ruin it for my audience. Let me ruin it for me where I'm not even having fun. I'm just looking to get money out of this.
I think that puts you already at almost at a disadvantage for that episode. Yeah. Because you put yourself in a position of like looking for a poor association with like your brand. Yeah. Like people are already like, if I'm paying to be on, it's like, I don't know, it just draws the conversation in a different direction. Like weird. You feel it's like almost weird from the get-go.
Yeah,
it already builds a poor association with your brand. If the way I see it, if you're charging for people to come on, and you're not even necessarily that interested in them, you just want the money, the conversation's not even going to flow that well.
Yeah, 100%
and that person's going to feel odd about it.
And I even relate that to getting brand deals. Like, I don't want to just get any brand deal.
Oh, that's got to be aligned.
Yeah,
if you're getting a brand deal, it's got to be aligned with your values, your brand, your mission. Like it can't. That's all association.
Yeah.
Tie your name to like Like if you're an entrepreneur that's like building a business, you can't tie your name to like, I don't know, Victoria's Secret or something, like something out of left field,
No.
or like Haagen-Dazs. Like, what does that have to do with you?
Yeah, but you see it all the time. People will take a quick payout for either a quick shout out on Instagram, whatever it is, like, and just kind of dilute your brand to the point where it's like people get confused. You're throwing in this commercial, this advertisement, but for what? Just to get paid, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm at the point now, I'm so grateful where I'm getting 50K views on YouTube. I get over like 300,000 views on Instagram. So I'm at the point where I could start selling myself to brands, but I had to take a deep dive where I'm like, what brands align with me? What brands do I already use? You know what I mean? Like if it's Manscaped, I'll shout out Manscaped anytime. I use the Manscaped all the time, you know? So I was just thinking about that and thinking about how it could also help my audience. Like,
Yeah, but you want to figure out like what do you want your brand at its core? What do you want to associate with? Like, do you want to associate with like growth? Is it motivation? Is it entrepreneurship? Is it health and wellness? And then tie that, like your content will be tied around that association or associations, and that will direct you to what brand you would want to work with. Like if you're going to be doing more, you could have almost like 5 core brand associations. Yeah. And that will help point you in the right direction of like which brands will cater more to you and your audience and the content you make around your brand. And like figuring out which brands you want to work with for your podcast and both for like your content side of things.
I think that's a perfect transition into the next section of the podcast. And I want to start it off by saying this is why I think you'll always be an amazing guest, because of the foundation you've built in creating brands, whether it's for others. And I actually saw you just recently started your own brand, you know, and you're kind of learning the game in that
doing
way.
My own thing.
It's like you've already built the foundation. So what's the next step in the mastery? Like, what does the mastery of that foundation look like to you?
I think it's not really like a mastery. I think you're always a sponge and learning. I haven't mastered anything realistically. I think I just put in enough reps and effort to get the evidence and worked with the right people to show that I'm good at what I say I do. I think it's very different now doing it on your own. Yeah. And like building your own company and brand instead of working for one and helping someone else build their brand. Because I used to I used to eat, sleep, and breathe the brands that I worked for and helped build. Yeah. It's all I was focused on. But when you're doing it on your own and also running your own company, it's tough to put that effort in like you did, like solely you're getting paid to live, eat, and breathe that. But like I'm also like satisfying clients and like meeting the deliverables that I need to produce for them. Yeah. Then make content for my own brand. And then also like I'm planning out different projects like on the side. And now I'm like having another service. It's like a lot of different things. So your efforts split across. It's not like 100% solely on that brand and building out the content for that brand and the strategy and executing on it. Yeah. It's like I have a strategy for my content. It's like I got to do that, but then I also have to do my client work. And then you got to do the back end stuff. It's so many different things, like the ops of the business, the finances. So it's like there's various things you're putting your effort towards. So it's like, yeah, there's not really a foundation. It's just doing it is the difficult part more and more.
Do you ever feel like you're spreading yourself too thin? Because it was something we talked about earlier as well. I feel like I'm spreading myself too thin because even there, you named 5 different jobs that you're kind of you're mastering at the same time, you know? So it's like, do you ever feel like you're being spread too thin?
I used to a lot more than I do now. But as of late, I don't have a task list anymore. I feel like that would fuck up my head all the time and like really make me overthink things and like think I had to get so much done, and I'd get like try to get every last task done even though there's a million, it never ends. So now I have a task list that I look at once a week, and then I just choose the 10 key things that I need to get done this week, and then I try to do 3 a day. Like I try to knock out those like 3 each day. Like I don't even have like the long list. I'll check on Friday for the following week or Sunday, organize it, and then maybe I'll check it like here and there during the week. But like I'm trying to do, there's 3 main things every day. Other than that, because you look at every successful person that I've worked with, and even the clients that I have now, none of them, they have obviously people that they work with and they delegate to, but none of them have a task list. If you realize, like you don't see them going on there, like they're looking at their fucking Notion to-do list. None of them. They're just hitting the big key things and solving the main problems for that, like the biggest company problems that day. And then doing the next problems the next day, the biggest ones.
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest bottleneck that you need to solve for that day? And is it client deck you got to put together? All right, I'm going to spend all the time and get that done today because I need it done by tomorrow. It's like, yeah, just the 3 core things that are like going to move the needle. I try to knock out every day.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that, just because I don't have that type of structure in the sense of I don't write anything down like this is what I need to do, but in a sense I have it in my mind. And it's like every morning I know I have to do these 3 things. And it's funny because it just happens to be 3 things. And then everything beyond that is kind of like a plus. And what I do is like, I know I have to edit at least 2 clips. I know I have to reach out to my next guest. I know I have to edit for another podcast. And on top of that, I know I have to work on the radio station side of the business a little bit today. And
I think it would help you to map it out. Like to actually,
definitely would.
I think it would. I think it would remove a lot of like that mental like clutterness you got, and like that whatever it's overloading for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like typing it all out as like, yeah, make that big list, but then you only have to check it like once a week. I think like emptying out like the cloudedness in your head would help.
Oh, 100%. And it was actually something I was thinking about at 4:30 a.m. last night. I was like, you know what, I got to go back to journaling.
Because you think of one thing and then that spirals into you thinking about like 10 other tasks on top of that one project. So you're like, if you type that out and actually like map it, it clears that up. And then you'll get to figure, you'll see them all laid out, and you'll get to figure out what's like what's the core priorities that you do for this? Is it this project? Good. Do I have to do this next week, or do I have to do this tomorrow? Like, you know, and then it helps you like more dissect what you need to actually accomplish.
Yeah, I definitely need to build that system in place where I could do that. I think it's going to start off with me just writing. It doesn't need to be journaling, but actually writing my ideas down, writing my goals and tasks down, whether it's for the week, for the month, because like you said, I'm just all over the place mentally some days, you know what I mean, where I'm not as task oriented, focused. Like there's nothing for me to fall back on. Like, let me look at my checklist. Let me make sure I'm getting this done, because I set the goals for the next month, and I know if I get these things done, they'll be accomplished no matter what. And even if they're not accomplished, I know I made an actual attempt, like a really good effort to attain that goal, instead of just like, this is my goal for the end of the month, this is what I need to do. All right, did I do it? And then I'm thinking about every day for the last month. You're not going to remember what you actually did specifically, like especially if you're a person who's focused on 3 different avenues. Like you're going to be way too confused, way too like overworked mentally, and way too stimulated. So I definitely need to write things down and build. I don't even know what I had
for breakfast this morning.
Yeah,
that's shit. Yeah,
that's
what happens.
It's hilarious you say that too, because people ask me, like my mom asks me all the time, like, what'd you eat today? I'm like, 3 days mix into one. You know, I couldn't tell you half the time. It just,
I had oatmeal today. Oh, that's what I remember.
Yeah, breakfast is easy for me because I usually have the same thing every day.
I switch it up. I do like oatmeal or egg whites.
Yeah,
egg white omelet. That's
what I bounce. I bounce around. I'll either have like egg whites with 4 eggs. I'm so bad. I need to check my cholesterol. But I'll have 4 eggs, and then either a croissant or some toast, whichever one we have. Greek yogurt, orange juice, and today I had a coffee. But if I switch it up, it'll be oatmeal, and that's it.
Something I've been doing lately, a little Greek yogurt with I get like the tubs from Costco.
Yeah.
The non-fat Greek yogurts, and it's like plain. It's disgusting, normal, but I take all the yogurt out, and I get like buy 2 of them at a time, dump it to a big bowl, and then I throw, I think it's 7 scoops of like chocolate protein in there. You stir it, and it's incredible. I love it. I think it's like chocolate pudding.
I gotta try.
It's so good.
Because the plain
you have to get the chocolate protein from Costco. They got the gold standard way, or they got the ascend way. It's really good, and it's a big ass bag, like this big.
Yeah, I gotta try it out.
It's good.
I need to get back. That's another thing. Like I just recently started going back to the gym, and like getting back on that habit, because you make so many excuses when you get really busy and you get lazy. And I feel like this has always happened to me in my life. I hit peaks in the gym where I'm doing really well, I'm really strong, really fit. And I'm like, I could be lazy now. Let's just maintain for a little bit, you know what I mean?
And then next thing you know, you're like, I gotta go back.
I'm out of shape, yeah. Like when I would say I was at my peak, I was probably like 180 pounds, felt great, looked great. And then 2-3 months later, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, well, I'm getting tubby. I'm 190.
Yeah. Do you feel like the reason I don't stop, I try to go every morning is because I'm so much clearer. Like I think clearer. I talk better with people. Like I just get so much more done. I feel better. You feel better about yourself. Like that's why I don't stop. I try to go like 6 days. I go like 6 days a week. At least exercise in the morning sometimes. I can't even work in my office now. I struggle to work sitting down. I had the standing desk, and I walk on the walking pad every day. I have I have trouble focusing on my screen now, because it's the same thing as like when you know how focused you are. You could have such a better conversation after you exercise at the gym. At least I've noticed for myself. It's the same thing. I'm walking on the walking pad. I'm so used to it now. Yeah. I think better. I have better calls when I'm walking on it. So now I'm just like, I need to be on this walking pad. I end up getting like 20,000 steps a day.
That's insane.
It works. I
got to try it, because my thing was, it wasn't really that I wanted to stop going to the gym. I just pulled my hamstring playing basketball. So like it hurt to even sit down.
That lingers. Yeah. It's the worst.
That's the thing that I figured out. It genuinely does linger. And it's been 3 months, I want to say, maybe even 4, since I played basketball again. I just started last weekend, and even then, like making a move, I'm scared and I feel it a little bit, but I'm like, all right, I need to stop being a big baby. I just need to jump back into it, but smart, like stretching, warming up.
Did you do PT or anything?
No, I didn't do PT, because I went through, prior to that, I went through PT I tore my meniscus in both my knees, and I like had a few herniated discs in my back and neck because I was in a car accident. I did that for like 1.5 years. So I was so tired of PT, and like I didn't want to keep doing it. So I just really relaxed from everything. Like I knew what I had to do. I took 2 weeks where I didn't do anything. And then after 2 weeks, I started to move again, hit the gym like 2-3 days a week, but just upper body.
Anything you do, man, you don't realize it. It's like that lower back and like hamstring area. You don't realize how much you use it. Especially lower back. Like I have sciatica, and I don't wish that pain. I maintain it now. I don't have it really that much anymore. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, that pain. I had my grandma tying my sneakers for a month, like 5 years ago.
That's insane.
It's so bad. Yeah. But you don't realize everything you do involves those 2 things.
Yeah.
90% of the time.
When I injured my back, it was probably like the worst time of my life.
It's horrible. Easily. You can't do anything.
Can't sleep right. You can't.
It ruins your day.
Right, yeah. Well, the one thing that did help, obviously 1, PT, and then 2, I actually got a back brace. Like my doctor has prescribed me a back brace, and that was the best thing ever, because a lot of it also came from my posture. Like
it's a huge thing. Like right now, I'm sitting slouched.
Yeah. So I try to be mindful of it, as mindful as I can be, but it definitely has improved. And it was funny because after the fact, everyone's like, "Oh, you got taller? What the heck?" And I'm like, "I'm already tall." Yeah.
Something that helped me is hanging from a bar.
Yeah.
I literally installed a pull-up bar outside my back door of my apartment, so that I could just walk out the door and just hang from it before I leave or something. I do it every day, so it's the best thing. It's called dead hangs.
Yeah,
they're incredible.
I do them every day. Every day I go to the gym, I do them, because I always warm up with pull-ups now, and then prior to pull-ups, I'll do a dead
best
hang.
Exercise.
Yeah. And the one reason I do the dead hang is because when I first started going to the gym again, I could only hang on the bar for like 10 seconds. I'm like, all right, I'm a grown man. I need to at least get it up to 30 seconds. Now I'm at like a minute, maybe a little bit over. And then same thing with pull-ups. Like when I first started going to the gym freshman year of college and like actually taking lifting serious, I remember I couldn't do a pull-up for 6 months. That's just how weak I was.
Assisted. So
yeah, exactly. After every workout, I do assisted pull-ups. And then I got to a point where I'm doing 12 assisted. I'm doing less weight. And I'm just slowly moving up. And then I did 1 pull-up. And then after you do 1 pull-up, you're like, all right, I got this. And now I've always been at the point where I'll make sure I can do at least 10 pull-ups.
Yeah. I struggle with them because you see my, can you see my bone through the?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
I popped, yep. I popped my AC joint out.
How?
I got hit with a golf cart by one of my friends. What? Yeah, that was after college when we were still drinking. So we were drinking on the golf course, and he was like messing around all day, like getting real close to you and driving, and then he would like swerve last minute, like last second. And then by the 14th hole, we were like tuned up by then, and he got way too close to me, and I picked the wrong side. I thought he was going to go that way, but he went the other way, and I turned into it and just soaked the bar of the golf cart on the driver's side with my shoulder. And I played the next 3 holes and like almost finished the round and ended at 17. But I knew the whole time, I kept saying, I was just like, my bone's out, man. I feel it. And he's like, oh, you're fine. He's like, I'm sure you're all right, bro. You're just in shock. It's just like, it's going to be sore. You got hit by a golf cart. I spun in the air and everything. We went immediately right to the hospital. And right away, doctor looked at me. He's like, yeah, you popped your AC joint. He's like, you either keep the bone out. It could be popped out like this for 6 months. And you won't, just no surgery. You just go to PT after. If you're cool with the bone sticking out forever, or you get surgery, no, it'd be 2 months recovery if you're okay with the bone sticking out. And if you want the surgery to have the bone back in, it's like 8 to 12 months of like recovery and PT. I was like, I'm cool with the bone, doc. It's stronger than ever too. I throw harder. I play softball still all the time. Throw harder than I did in college when I played baseball. It's stronger than ever. Yeah, it's wild.
That's wild, because that's another part of your body. Like, you don't realize how much you use it until it's injured.
Oh my god, it's everything.
My dad got his he shattered his collarbone, like probably 10, 15 years back. But seeing him get the surgery, I'm like, you can't even walk. Like, walking is super uncomfortable. You don't notice how much like your shoulders and stuff are moving. I mean,
every stride you take, your arms moving with you. So it's like you have to worry about that. It hurts, man.
Yeah,
sucks.
Being out 6-8 months with a shoulder surgery is not the easiest.
No bueno.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I could avoid surgery in any way, I'll do it, doc. Send me to PT, send me to whatever. Like, I don't know. That's why
health is the biggest thing. It's so hard to maintain like good, healthy like habits, but it's the freaking biggest key. Especially like I feel it when I don't eat right. If I don't eat right, I feel it, like mentally, physically, I'm drained. It's everything.
Yeah. Especially now that I'm getting older. I mean, it's not the same. You eat Wendy's one time and
dude, shut up. What are you, 26?
Yeah.
Come on.
But bro, like when
I just started feeling weird at times. Like I think the only thing that really affects me is just I get more sore than I used to. It takes me longer to get loose. I feel like there's a piano on my back for like the first 20 minutes when I start to like play softball or something. Other than that, I feel like it's not that bad.
I just feel that I get really groggy and like sleepy, and I'm on the toilet for the next night, at least next morning, whatever it is. My stomach's going through it. But I also feel like if you knew me and my friends growing up, we were obsessed with it. So I abused my body when I was younger, that it just hit me quicker, and it's like, it's nastier to me now. I still eat it. I really don't care. Like, I still have my fun. But when we were younger, I remember 2 of my best friends at the time, still best friends now, we worked at the same store. It was the Skechers. And our first pay...
Throwback.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the Skechers was huge. It was so much work, and we were getting paid probably like $7.25 at the time. Thinking we're making bread. We were working 80 hours every 2 weeks.
First job?
Yeah. They were slaving us. Yeah. And then I remember the first time I worked 80 hours, I was like, I'm about to get paid. I think I got like $400 after taxes. I'm like, no way people are doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, they got me on my hands and knees, putting away boxes, lining everything up.
Where was the store?
In Bergen Town Center Mall.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's a big warehouse store, and they only had like 3 employees and a manager. And obviously the manager wouldn't be doing much, probably running the register.
$7.25.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's minimum wage anymore.
No.
It's like 15, I think.
Yeah, it's literally double that.
Yeah.
And
you're slaving away.
Yeah. Oh my God. And all we would do, take that money, hit McDonald's, get they called it a McHeart attack at the time, because we would get like 7-8 McChickens. That was the time McChickens were $1. And then that was also the time, if you ever got a dinner box from Pizza Hut, they were only $10. So what a dinner box is, it's pizza, garlic bread, and either cheesy bread or cinnamon sticks.
Oh, cheesy and cinnamon sticks.
Yeah, it would hit every time. So it would at that point be 4 of us, so we'd each throw in $5 each. Split it in half. Yeah, split it in half. So we were eating Mickey D's, Wendy's,
snack wrap is my go-to.
Did you get it when it recently came out?
I did, and it wasn't as good to me.
It's never
right?
gonna.
Okay, I wasn't the only one. I didn't think it was that. Or I just maybe it was always when I got it in high school. I was like drunk, so I was like, yeah. So that was that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I just feel like things in the past never hit the same, no matter what.
Yeah, that's usually the case. Same thing with like
Yeah.
movies. The second one's usually not as good as the first.
Yeah.
Can you name one movie where the second one was better than the first?
Off the top of my head, I definitely can't.
I think the only one, Bad Boys 2, I thought was better than the first one.
I'd have to rewatch them. I can't I used to watch a ton of movies because my dad loves movies. That's his thing. But now I genuinely haven't watched a movie through and through in like 3-4 years.
Avengers 2, maybe. Endgame was better than a lot of them.
That's the second one.
I think Endgame is the third.
Is it where
I don't even know. They have so many of those. But yeah, Avengers Endgame's the last one that they had.
Yeah,
So.
that was really good. Where Iron Man.
Dude, when he died, that's
Yeah.
one of the best movies I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah, those are.
We walked out of the movie theater, me and my dad. We went and saw it, and he was like, so how was the first one? I was like, what?
No,
I was like, you didn't see the first one? I thought you did. I was like, this is the reason we're here, is to see the last out of all the movies that they had. He was like, nah, I didn't see that. I was like, Dad. I was like, you're supposed to say this as we got home. He was like, that movie was awesome. And then he brought that up. So how was the first one? It probably makes a lot more sense. I was like, dude, no shit, it makes sense. Like, you got to see the first one. And then they thought it was hilarious.
That's so funny. Are you a person who ever cared about, like, you never wanted anything spoiled for you in the sense of a movie? Or do you, like, you don't mind?
Spoiled in what way? What do you mean by that?
Like, if I tell you, all right, this person dies, like, are you going to be like, all right, ruin the movie?
No,
for me?
because half the time I won't be watching the movie anyway. Like, I rarely watch TV or movies. So it's like, when people say, I don't want to spoil it for you, I was like, I'll never watch it. So it's like, you could tell me, it's fine. That's usually the case. Yeah, I don't care, because I usually never watch it anyway.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they used to call me weird for that, but I'm like, dude, I'm just spoil the whole series, spoil the whole movie. I'm not going to watch it.
It's going to make me want to see it more, to be honest, if you tell me what the deal is.
Because I hate being surprised in general. So, like, honestly, enjoy it more if people spoil it for me. I'm weird for that.
Yeah, the movie's got to be, like, their trailers got to be off the charts for me to be like, I'm going to go see that in the theaters.
Yeah.
It's got to be something really good.
Yeah, the only thing I was recently going to see in theaters and I didn't end up going was this anime, Demon Slayer. I don't know if you're into it.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but no, I didn't know they made a movie.
Yeah, it's like coming to an end, and me and my buddies used to watch it in college. I used to watch a ton of anime. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it again. But at the same time, I'm like, I'll just wait till it comes out and I'm in the comfort of my home. That's the point I'm at. Like you said, it needs to be a really good trailer to like drag me out of my house to go to the movies and actually see it.
I also have like that one of those like movie boxes.
Yeah.
Where like I get any movie I want.
I got a Fire Stick connected to every TV in my house.
Yeah. My cousin showed it to me. It's ironic. He works for Homeland Security and they all use it. They all have like this like jailbroken app that has like all these movies, and it's just ironic. It's all people who work there.
Yeah, because I saw, what Stream East is?
Yeah. Did they get shut down?
Yeah, the FBI was shutting them down.
Yeah, that used to be. I saw a video LeBron was using it on like courtside or something.
Yeah. I'm like, probably half the people working for the FBI were streaming games when they were at home. Like, come on.
Bro, 100%.
I think that's also the funniest thing about being an adult nowadays. You see the truth of being other adults. You're just like grown-up kids, if that makes any sense. Like kids in suits. Like everyone's just a joke. Like when you're a little kid, you take them so serious and you're this or that. And you grow up and you're like, this dude is really like, let's say a cop. Like, come, I know what you do on your off time.
You look up to, when you're a
like,
kid, you like look up to these people like when they're 30, 35, like, oh, they have everything so figured out. They're so well put together. I'm 30 now and I'm like, you didn't know shit. Like, you had no idea what you were doing with your life then. Now that I look back, because I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it the fuck out myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everyone, man. And you realize that we're all, and it's the same thing. You always think you're going to be so much different when you hit a certain age or like act differently, think differently. I don't know. I think I just got wiser as like through the experience. I don't think I still think honestly the same way I fucking do. Like, I'm so immature. It's wild. Yeah. Like, but it's just, I think you get wiser with your decisions and your train of thought from the experiences you have in your life. Yeah. If that makes any sense, which makes you not act like a child anymore.
Yeah. Cause there's obviously things that I did when I was younger, 16, 17, 21, whatever it was. And I look back and I was like, like if somebody did the same thing, I'd be like, this kid's annoying. I'm like, all right, let's chill out. But then I'm like, all right, I was doing the same shit when I was their age. And like, I look at my buddies, like one of my best friends, he's a high-ranking officer in the Marines now. He's got 2 kids. You know how it is with the Marines. It's like, get married, kids quick. Yeah. But he's a high-ranking officer. I'm like, this fucker, there's no way. Like, I grew up with him my whole life. I'm like, you are just a bad person. You are not. But his, like, comedic sense is the exact same since we've been kids. Like, when we're texting, it just all over the place. I couldn't even tell you where it goes.
Now, have you talked to him in person, like, since you were younger? Or, like, you're still a close friend? Like, you still talk to each other?
Yeah, he's still the boy. Like,
got it.
He lives in Texas right now, but he was just in Jersey. Like, I picked him up from the airport probably, like, a month ago now. We were hanging out. Like, like, I'll call him every once in a while. I try to make an attempt to call all my, like, close friends to make sure we still have that connection. And he's literally the same person. Like, if we ever hop on Madden and we're playing, he's saying the same shit he was saying to me when we were in high school. Like, oh, you're dusty, big head, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just know when he's at work, it's a completely different person. And we've also talked about his work personality, because now that he's a little bit wiser, like you said earlier, he tries to, like, shed some light onto the younger recruits. Like, hey, this is how I messed up. Maybe this is what you shouldn't do. And, like, obviously they're in the Marines, so they need to act a certain way. So it's just hilarious.
That's cool that you noticed the fact that, like, those things he does, like, it shows he's like he's a changed person.
Yeah,
it shows you, like, the changed version of your boy who, like, you used to know as, like, the crazy guy, or, like, the shit you saw so many things that he's done. Yeah, that's that. I was actually thinking about that a few weeks ago. Like, when you're going through when you want so much out of your life, like, I always try to, like, get better at everything, and I changed over the years, and I don't see a lot of my hometown friends from Hawthorne a ton anymore. But, like, when I do see them, they talk to me as if, because they only know me for the version that they know me as from, like, high school, and, like, when I was with them every day, and I see them maybe once a year now. So they still talk to me as if I'm that, like, crazy kid in high school, and not, like, a change, like, doing a lot with my life and, like, change. I'm a lot different now. But the way they still talk to you is, like, almost looking down at you, because they think they know that only that version of you, to where you weren't, they're, like, inferior to an extent to them. So they talk to you that way still. And it's interesting, like, to think about it. It's cool that you see that for your friend, that he's, like, changed and does great things now. Talks to these recruits, when it could be the complete opposite. You don't even realize that you're still talking to him like you're calling him a scrub and, like, dirty and shit like that.
It's funny because he, like, I guess he puts that other personality just in his closet when he leaves for work, because I know it still comes out when we talk. You know what I mean? It's like
you're still that person to an extent, but, like, it's so much different. You're so much different in so many ways.
Yeah, and he's definitely matured in ways I couldn't even imagine. I mean, he's a father of 2 now. You know what I mean? He takes care of his wife. He owns a house. Like, he's doing so great for him. And it's crazy because I remember in high school, there used to be teachers who genuinely, like, put him down and said, like, you aren't going to do shit in life, because he didn't want to study. He wasn't, like, school oriented. He could care less about that, you know? But then by the end, like, he always knew he was going to go to the Marines. Like, his older brother, he always looked up to him at the time, and he knew that's the route he wanted to take. He's like, I don't need.
He knew he was going to do. School's a crock of shit anyway.
Yeah. And now that he's in the Marines, it's funny we're talking about it. He's like, I kind of want to go back to school. I want to take it serious. But it's like, you just got to go through certain things in life sometimes and experience other avenues before you're like, all right, this is what I want to do.
Oh, yeah. You got to try so many things before you figure out what you want to do. I still don't even know what I want to do. I'm still trying things out left and right, like, within my own little business. Yeah.
I think that's just a part of life, and there's too much pressure to, at least growing up and the way society builds up the idea in your mind, like, too much pressure to have everything figured out by a certain age or certain time frame. You know, something we talked about earlier too, you can't really be comparing yourself to anybody else, because you need to just be on your own time frame. Like, instead of having a race and trying to sprint and catch up to the guy who's already 5 years ahead of you, like, why not just have a marathon race where you're the only person trying to improve, get that lap time down day by day, year by year type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's like you said it good before. Like, they're not caring about what I'm doing, so why am I caring about what they're doing?
Exactly.
It's going to be constantly reminding yourself, because it's only natural for us humans. Like, we naturally will compare us. That's just, like, normal. You're going to do that with everything. you're going to compare yourself to someone else, whether they're worse than you or better than you at it. It's just reminding yourself that it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, it really doesn't.
Literally.
Because whatever they're doing that they're better at, we're all not going to be here in whatever 100 years. Yeah. So it really doesn't matter. It's just consistently reminding yourself of those things. Like, they don't give a fuck about what I'm doing, so why should I give a fuck about what they're doing? Yeah, they
genuinely don't care. And that's the thing. It's not only them, it's also everybody. Like, everybody's so busy within their own lives. Why do you think they care about you?
You know? Even if they did, it's for a split second. It's almost like if you do put up a social media post, people will remember it maybe for that day.
Yeah.
That's why I tell you, like, repurpose stuff 60 days. Because they'll forget it within a day that you posted it. And if it's real good, if it's like phenomenal, goes viral, they'll forget it in a week.
Yeah. It's crazy you say that because that's so true.
Yeah.
Within the week, it's gone.
Think of any video you liked yesterday on social media. Do you remember it?
No.
Like, really think for a second. Do you remember any video on social media yesterday that you liked?
The only video was the clip that I could remember was a clip I spoke to you about earlier of Alex Ramosi on the Impulsive podcast.
You saw that yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the only reason I could remember it.
Yeah, I think I saw that clip like when I watched the podcast. I don't even know when I did though. You see what I mean? But like I can't remember one. I know I can't remember one yesterday. I must have like probably 100 different things yesterday.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Me too. The only reason I remember that Alex Ramosi one is because it was so impactful.
It was relatable, right? It was emotional.
Yeah.
It connected with you because you saw yourself within that piece of content and it was relatable. It's one of the keys to having good content.
Yeah, and it takes you back for a second. That's what I was talking about earlier. It was a great hook. Because within the hook, you're like, wait a second, did he just say?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was a tremendous hook. And that's one thing I've been trying to improve with my content. And I definitely think I've been doing a better job of just naturally grasping of what a good hook would be. And I'm just kind of throwing it in the intro of my video instead of like just starting the video and hoping people get to the interesting part. Like, I'll just take a 3-second snippet of an interesting part and I'll throw it in the front, and hopefully that's hooking people.
Yeah, and it's structuring it better. Like, that's what I was telling you, like preparing for episodes more for like the guests, like doing your research. And I think the hooks will more or less come out of that if you like structure it better and have like a theme for your episode and like you know what you want to discuss. Like, break it down to what topics you want to hit, then break it down to what questions and categories within those topics you want to talk about more.
Yeah,
and the hooks will come out of that. Like, you'll see, based off of like what the talking points you want to hit. They'll structure. You'll see like over, like as you write everything out, like a hook will form that you want to utilize. Like, okay, this would be a good question to ask, or like maybe it's a quote you're using of theirs for the beginning hook that's gonna, it's gonna lead into like 3 or 4 talking points that they're gonna touch on.
Yeah.
Then you go to the next one. Like,
yeah, that's really interesting because it was just honestly the same idea I had last night in my bed. Just sitting up, I'm like, I really need to improve on that, the structure of my podcast, in the sense of what is the theme of the episode. Because we spoke about it earlier as well. I was so focused on my guest. And yes, I should be, obviously, because I want to give them the proper time to tell their story. But maybe have their story be segmented, like break in the different themes of their story. And that comes with proper research, like knowing things about them. So I could structure the podcast properly. So there's a natural flow, like ebb and flow to it, like you said. And just clips will come out naturally. Yeah,
it all goes hand in hand. Like what you want your brand to be associated with.
Yeah.
Like, what are those key like elements? Like, is it motivation, entrepreneurship? Like that will help you guide what guests you're gonna get. That'll help you guide what the structure will be and what you want your audience, what you want to deliver to your audience. Because at the end of the day, you're creating for them. Like, you're not creating for you. You're creating content for them. It's just you're talking to people that you find interesting, which is more or less the you part. But everything else, it's for your audience. You're providing the value to them. So what do they want to see?
Yeah. I remember, actually, that was one hard lesson I needed to learn on my own. And I learned it by posting videos I didn't want to post. Like, videos I thought that were going to do terrible. Or, like, just an interview that I didn't think was the best. and they did way better than my expectations.
That's how it always happens.
Yeah.
Literally. That's how it happens a lot of the time, mainly. Because your career, that you're putting out the content that your audience, you've been associating yourself with these different types. So do you have one off the top of your head that was like?
No, I just don't want to call it out. I'll tell you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because I just grow such a great relationship, honestly, with everybody who comes on here. And I posted it because I respect them coming on here and taking their time out of. So that's another thing like I learned to do. If people come on here and give me their time and they're not actually like spewing nonsense and BS, and I think it's regardless a good look for them, you know, even if I don't think it's a good episode, I'm always going to post it, you know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying, because that makes sense. You're not saying you said it wasn't a good episode. My bad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why.
But yes, you're creating the content for the audience that they want to see. Yeah. Because they consistently have been seeing that from you. So even if you think it's bad, it might perform well because it's still the shit they want to see coming from you.
Yeah, and even some people, like when I first got started, I was like, because I was a little bit focused on like, oh, how could I grow it? How could I get a large following? Can I gain anything from the other person? Which was such a bad way of thinking it at the time. Like I just want to improve, and that's something I learned over time. But I'm like, oh, I'm not even going to get anything from this person in the sense of like, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to be interested in them. And then I post it, and that video shoots up. Like, let's say I got 100 views. 100 views is a ton for me because at that time I had 20 followers, maybe 40 across all platforms. Like, so 100 views. I'm like, people were really interested in hearing his story.
Yeah, because you were interested in that person.
Yeah.
Which makes the conversation that much more better. You're going to be in it so much more. Like, and you'll slowly realize, like, if you think someone's interesting, a lot of people on this planet are going to think that person's interesting too. So like you're going to naturally have a better conversation with that person. And you also, people read it like a book when you're in a room you're with someone, say they have a big following and they're nothing like you. Like you don't align with the values. Maybe they don't associate well with your brand. Like you were debating to have that person on because you wouldn't want to put a ton of content out there in public, but you had them on because they have a big following.
Yeah.
It's just not going to flow well. And people are going to be like, this is just a weird conversation. So yeah, I'm never a fan of doing it for the clout.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
Which a lot of people do.
Yeah, I see it all. We see it all the time.
Every day.
We see it, but it really doesn't get you anywhere because you have that one big episode, and then where do you go from there?
It'll get you eyeballs, but it won't build you a brand.
No.
Because then you're going to have someone on there that's like maybe, I don't know, two completely separate industries, or like maybe one's, we were talking about like those funny videos where everyone sits at the round table. Maybe you have like an OnlyFans girl on to get like the views and eyeballs. And then the next day you have someone who's like motivational and an entrepreneur, which is your core audience and what you want to associate with. But you had her on because you just wanted to get more eyeballs. You know what I mean? And it builds a poor association with your brand. People will look different, like, why did he do that? What that's, are you want to be known for having OnlyFans girls on? Or like, you know, is it a feminine podcast? Is it like, what is it?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I've been trying to kind of have guests that would incorporate all aspects of my life, if that makes any sense. And the way I would explain it is like, I love to be, not that I love to be motivational, but I love when people inspire others through the work they're currently doing and have already achieved. So if that inspires people and motivates them, I love that. But at the same time, I love comedy. I love degeneracies, whatever it is. Like I had Life and Scars on. I don't know if you saw that episode or who that is. But he is, the best word to explain it is just a degenerate. And his clips went viral on my page. And he's actually my boy. Like in real life, I know him. I love him. But I also know it's completely different of the other content I recorded. And like I want to make sure I'm grabbing all aspects of my life. So as
lifestyle.
As I get bigger, people don't expect like, oh, he's just in this niche. Like what the heck? I didn't know he thought like that. Like just because I have this guy on doesn't mean I think like that. It's just at the end of the day, that was my boy and he says some funny shit. I'll show you the clips after. Like he is hilarious, but it's because I know him personally. And I'll keep it there. We'll talk about that a little bit after, but he's just hilarious when the cameras turn on.
Yeah, I would love to see some of the clips. Even the stuff you didn't post.
Yeah. Oh my, there was so much I had to cut out. He would have got me demonetized, banned a few times. That's why, like, I want to help him because he's not really doing content anymore, at least as much as he should be. And I want to help him get back into it. Like, I would genuinely run his channels just to make sure he doesn't get demonetized or banned or blocked.
Because you know he'd do well.
Yeah, 100%. Even like the clips, I posted a clip probably like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and at the time of posting, within the week, it probably had 2,000-3,000 views. Instagram picked it up. Now it's at like 90K within the last week.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just, all the clips I have that are over 100K are from him.
Does he have good stories or good camera presence or both?
I wouldn't say good stories. He's just like, he's a DJ. Like, all right, one of the clips was him talking about how he was messing with this blind girl, and she left him for, I need to show you the clip, man. His storytelling is tremendous, but he also, like, people know what to expect when he opens his mouth. So he has the fan base built up. And then on top of that, like, people genuinely thought he died. Like, there was a rumor on the internet that he passed away. So, like, one of the clips I dropped is him explaining how he faked his death, you know? So people were interested, like, oh my God, commenting, like, oh my God, I thought he was dead. Like, I said my condolences, whatever. And in the clip, he's like, to all those guys that said, like, sorry for your loss, whatever, to all those girls that said, like, oh my God, I loved him, I would have effed him when he was still here. He's like, I'm here.
Yeah, that's actually great.
Yeah, so he's hilarious. Like, he's just off the cusp, like, just such a funny guy.
Yeah, I mean, the camera presence is so huge.
Yeah.
Camera presence, like the way you storytell,
Mm-hmm.
it's massive.
Yeah, I took notes of his camera presence, but not of what he said. What he said, he's wild. That's why I come in and I just moderate a little bit.
Yeah, like the mediator almost.
Yeah, because it's like, I know to an extent what can and can't be said on certain platforms. Like, those clips on Instagram go crazy. YouTube, no, it's not happening. Like, they're just blocking the views because they don't want that pushed out to their audience, you know. But Instagram's a little less moderated, so you could
put that that on Instagram, it'd be fine.
Yeah, 100%. Those clips, like the same clips that have 100K on Instagram, have 500 views on YouTube, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Each platform's unique.
Yeah, but it's because, like, he curses a ton, so imagine, like, I don't know. That
makes sense.
Yeah,
they're very hard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're very hard on us.
That's why I try to not curse as much once I'm actually recording it. But it's also because, like, the type of platform I have. Like, I hope that one day younger kids look at my platform and are inspired by what I'm doing. And
like,
I'm
up and coming individuals.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to push that on them. Like, I know even in my own personal life, I don't want to be cursing all the time. But that's just me. Like, I'm human. I curse. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. But
that's what's cool too about the guests you have on. It's like you personally are trying to grow and, like, learn things.
Yeah.
From these people, and you think it's worthy of you to show, like, worthy of the content that you're putting out, of, like, showing this education that you're also taking in to grow to your audience.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's like your lifestyle.
Yeah, literally.
You're trying to grow as an individual, and you're showing that to other people.
Yeah, I think
so they could learn too.
I think that's the coolest thing about this podcast, because even though it's not like a daily vlog or whatever, you'll still get to go on my channel and see the growth as of the channel, and then see the growth as me as a person, because the conversations are obviously gonna change. Like, even if I'm talking about the same topic now that I talked about in my second episode, my ideas are going to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they might stay similar but get deeper.
We'll have an episode like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'll be on again and we're going to be like, holy shit. Both of us will be like, wow, I got a lot better being on camera and talking from the first time we did it, and you got night and day better from the first time we did it.
Yeah. Even now, I feel like we both are doing better in the podcast.
100%.
Because I think you were on episode 11, and now I believe I'm on episode 27, 28. And I feel way more comfortable. Like, I told you I felt uncomfortable maybe the first 30 seconds, and it went away like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I was the same way. I remember the first time I've, like, did podcasts. First 4 or 5 episodes I did were horrible. I, like, didn't even put them publicly, like, put them on, like, even on my website or anything. Now, yeah, I just flow with it. If there's a question I don't know the answer to, I'm not going to answer it. Like, I used to just, like, blurt out dumb shit just to get an answer.
Yeah.
Now I just don't answer if I don't know it. And I just talk about things that I do know.
Yeah.
Who I am. I used to try to talk like someone I wasn't. And
interesting.
that would come out the wrong, like, they weren't good. not like the podcast wasn't even good. I just felt weird because I was like, I'm being someone I'm not.
Yeah.
So now I just roll into it. It's been so much better when I'm just, I only know what I know. So that's what I talk about.
Yeah. I could definitely relate to that because I've said this a few times before, but I mean, my podcast started, the name was Notes of Success, and I came in with a suit. And at the time we talked about it, I was just felt like I was doing really bad in life. And then here I am starting a Notes of Success channel. Like, it didn't even make sense at the time. Like,
What was it? It was Notes of Success?
Yeah, like, come on, ChatGPT got my back. So what was the name of my channel?
That's funny.
Yeah, and I liked the ring to it, and that's what I stuck with. And I would come in here because I didn't even know of the Diary of a CEO, but that's like kind of the route I wanted to take, like interview entrepreneurs. But then I'm like, why am I wearing a suit? Like, I'm trying to put off this different type of person. I love suits, don't get me wrong, and I have a ton of suits and I wear them all the time. But
you were wearing a suit and you get on camera?
Yeah. Look at the first 3 episodes. Not the first one, second, third, and then the fourth I actually deleted. Lady wanted me to take it down.
I've known you for less than a year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm like, dude, like, that comes off in camera as something you see all the time.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a lot of the content that I tried filming in the beginning of myself, I would try to like do things like talk about different topics and concepts that like I didn't know that much, like I weren't very knowledgeable about, just because I thought it'd be something that would perform well. And I would rewatch it and like I would show it to other people, get feedback, and like, this doesn't even seem like you.
Yeah.
People read that like a book, man.
Yeah.
They really do. So I just don't do that at all anymore. I try to be conscious of that and not try to be a different person ever.
Yeah, that's why I feel I definitely have veered away from the questions. That's so bad for that. But just in general of all my podcasts, because I genuinely just enjoy having a conversation more than anything.
Yeah, this is great. This is
yeah,
I expect.
Yeah, so if I could somehow transition into where like I'm making sure the conversation is also giving value to my audience by just telling our story, having a chat, whatever it is, then that's what it's going to be realistically. I still want to have a basis in case like I ever feel like I'm running dry, but I want to keep it going.
It's the beauty of post-production.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cut what you want.
Exactly.
Let it flow the way you want it to.
That's so funny you mentioned post-production. I used to hate editing so much too. Everyone knows this, but I like it now. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it.
I'm getting good edit. Like, if you're good at editing, you have a good editor, that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, make or break by far.
Hell yeah. You could make me look like, honestly, you make me look like Leonardo DiCaprio over here if you're a good editor.
Oh my God. It would make me sound like 100 times more interesting.
It just flows well. Like, they'll know how to make it flow well. Like bring the viewer on a journey in a good way. They'll know what to cut out too.
Yeah. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. Hold up. I've been holding this.
Yeah, you put that down too. My hand. I haven't felt my hands in 10 minutes. My hands have been in my pocket like this.
Yeah,
I was like, my fingers. I was like, God damn it.
I'm sorry, because I get used to it, so I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good.
I could raise it. You could just say mid-pod. I don't mind. Give me one.
God, what's up, dude? So, is it recording? What are you free at all? Because I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. Are you free at all the rest of the day? I could just give you a call.
Yeah, later tonight. Just text me or anything like that.
Yeah. What time do you want to do? I'm free the rest of the day. So, yeah, I'm free the rest of the day. So I could do any time that you want tonight. Just let me know what time.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you right now?
Yeah, it'd be ideal. Like, you wanted to do like aim like 7?
That's fine.
6, 7, or you could text me. Is it like urgent? Like, what's going on? You alright?
No, nothing urgent. I was just trying to think of, like, I didn't say prepare for another time, which I'm open as well. When do you make dinner so like we could do it before then?
I eat like around 7, 8. So we could do let's do 6:30.
That's fine. That's fine.
Does that work for you? You let me know. I'm free the rest of the day.
Yeah, that works. Like I'll be doing other things, but I don't have like anything urgent, so that works.
Awesome. All right, sounds good, man. I apologize. I'm in the podcast room right now. All right, so I'll talk to you in a little bit.
That sounds good.
All right, bye.
Yeah, sorry. I know you're on a schedule. And
Nah, I just moved it. It's with one of my past clients. This guy Corey G Fitness. You ever heard of Muscle Farm?
That sounds so familiar.
The supplement brand. They're like the first sponsors of UFC.
Yeah, that sounds really.
He started Muscle Farm, and now he does a Max Effort Muscle, and he's just become like a really good friend of mine. He was like my first client when I started engineering. And now is one of the guys on his team. I just help them now just for free because he's such a good dude.
Let me see. Yeah, that's perfect. They're perfect. I think that's one of the best things about being in the industry that we're in, and it's the network you make, the people you meet, the friendships you make. Because one thing I had a really bad issue with 2 years ago now was I felt like I was stuck. I was like, I need to make new friends. How do I make new friends? I want to evolve, but right now all my friends are just going to clubs, going out, and that's not what I was interested in the moment. I was like, don't get me wrong, every once in a while, will I still do it just to have my fun, if that's what I consider fun? Yeah, but I want people who are pushing me to be better in every aspect. It's like, how do I find those new friends? I felt so stuck. I didn't know where to look for it. Started my podcast. Now those friends are finding me.
Yep.
Like,
you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, it's something I talk about all the time now, because when I first started my podcast a year ago, I would send 700 emails every week, 700 messages. I literally 100 per day of each. And I would probably, if I was lucky, get one response. And like Julian, I talk about this a few times. I emailed Julian probably 12 or 15 times before we had to sit down. And
he's also brutal with email, but
yeah, but he got back to me, which I love, but I also stuck on top of that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it. That's one thing that I tell everybody, you have to first you have to believe in it before anybody else believes in it. Truly believe in it. You have to want it before anybody else wants it for you. Now there's people that are like, oh, are you dropping an episode this week? What happened to the episode? You're slacking. They're on top of me, but they see it's because I'm growing and they want to see me do better.
Yeah.
But I say this to my personal friends because they remember the moment. I was at 25 followers on Instagram for 4 months. You know what I mean? I just checked my tweets. I was at 100 subscribers in January and I started in October. You know what I mean? So it's you weren't there in the beginning when there was really nobody showing love. And it goes back to what I said earlier. I remember there was this one episode with one of my good friends now, Sam. He owns an exotic car rental shop. I edited the episode all night. Because what I used to do and what I still do sometimes, I'm like, new episode tomorrow, and I haven't even started editing it, but it's to force me to edit it and get it up because I know I could do it in a few hours.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night editing it, and I said it's going to be out at 9 a.m. At 4:30, I go to export the video, and everything corrupted.
Oh.
Yeah. And instead of being like, oh, I'll drop it tomorrow or whatever, I set the expectation and I met the expectation. I ended up
did it again,
and I knew
Brutal.
I knew for a fact at the time, I was like, it's not even gonna get over 100 views. I'm just used 12 hours of my day in the middle of the night, exhausted. I had something to do at 9 a.m. too. I vividly remember that. Stayed up all night to then be busy all day just for 100 views. And that's when I realized not everyone's gonna do that.
No.
I'm beating them out already.
Well, I think people will do it, but I think the consistency of doing it again.
Yeah.
And again. And again.
Yeah.
For maybe years.
Mm-hmm.
Without seeing the result. And then one day you're like that, what do they say? The overnight success happens.
Exactly.
Right?
People don't understand, to me, I'm already successful. I've already proved a lot of things that I would have never believed were even
cool
possible.
You say that.
Yeah, success comes in different forms for everybody. So it's how do you label success? And sometimes I need to remind myself of that. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. But it's when I started and I had those 20 followers. I had the 50 subscribers, and I was only getting 30 views on my episodes. Like, dude, now I average 200 views. I have episodes that hit 50K views, episodes that hit 1, 2, 3, 8K, whatever it is. But it's like, I would have never dreamed of that actually being possible when I dropped my first 4, you know?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're successful because you haven't quit it. You know what I mean? You're only going to lose if you quit.
Exactly.
You're doing the damn thing, the podcast. You're succeeding every day because you're doing it, the thing you set out to do. This was you wanted to do it. That was your desired outcome. And then you did the actions to get your desired outcome, and you do it every day. So yeah, you are succeeding at what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you're only going to lose if you fucking quit.
Yeah, and that's not happening. There's
you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way, I think it's more or less the perspective you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's different about every person, their perspective on what winning and success is. Too much people put too of like a crazy high standard on it, or like to achieve it is insane.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be.
Yeah, and even for myself, I could say I had crazy high standards when I begun, and even now I have crazy high standards. But the difference, instead of letting that keep me back or make me procrastinate, I just do the work. Regardless of my standards.
You won't be as stressed if you do it.
Yeah. You know, you can improve once you already started doing the work, but if you're just sitting back waiting for the episode to edit itself, or waiting to hit up this guest that might say yes, might say no, like, you're never gonna know.
Dude, I used to be so stressed all the time. No lie, like all the time, and I didn't even realize it. It was because I was just not doing the work and the things I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
And it just kept stacking up and you knew you had to do it, but you're so nervous, and it's weird how it's like reverse psychology. You know, you have so much shit to do, and you end up procrastinating it and doing something else to get like the pleasure of that other thing, to remove that anxious and stress from not doing the work. And the minute I started doing shit that I didn't want to do and like getting the work done, stress is gone. It like eliminates. It's so weird how that works. Like the anxiousness and the stress would be eliminated by doing more of the work that usually you don't want to do it because it's like tedious and annoying. But the more you do that, it like strengthens that muscle.
Yeah.
More and more. And then it also removes all that anxiousness in your head. And then stress in general. Yeah,
because I guess that's one of the main reasons I used to not like editing, because I used to put it off to the last second. I used to be so stressed, but you know how good I feel when I finish that edit?
Oh my God.
So I'm like, now I'm chasing that good feeling. Like, I know for a fact when we finish today, I'm going to have this episode edited by the end of the night. Just because I know how much easier it is on the flow of my podcast. If, let's say, we're going to release next week, I have it edited by tonight. I could send it over to you, say, hey, what do you think? Oh, cut this out. Oh, let's clip this. I really like this. Like, it just makes it so much easier on my life. So I try to be on top of everything. And that comes through learning and actually trying to, because you remember the first time it took me a while to edit, and then I'm like editing the night before, right before it goes up, and it just adds more stress, unnecessary stress. Yeah, you're doing it, but like speed is also a key factor, because like from thought to action, like from like thinking, you're stop thinking about it and you're more doing it, and then the more you do it, the more data you'll get, and the more learning, it'll accelerate the learning. Of like doing more accelerates the learning, because you're learning from doing it, if that makes sense. Correct? Yeah, okay. 100%, because that's just, I look at it the way I edit my clips, and why I've tried to slowly, I haven't really posted my trials, which I'm gonna start posting on TikTok, but I've tried editing, changing my editing style, and it's because I've found myself stagnant and not really giving my full effort into editing, and I'm like, then what am I even doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not improving anymore on my clips, and I know it's a key part of my podcast growth. Like, I look at it as everything's 25%, even though it might be weighed heavier, like the packaging, the actual episode, the intro, and the clips. It's all a part of it. But I just need to give it a genuine effort and actually try to improve day by day, instead of like, oh, this is good enough, like I've already succeeded, you know what I mean? I just need to continue that mindset of, I want to continue to improve, continue to grow, and just get better every day, regardless of if I'm doing really good today, because today doesn't mean I'll do really good tomorrow. I need to keep reminding everybody why I want to be great, why I am great, and why I'm succeeding in this, you know?
Mm-hmm. You still got to be human, though. Don't let it consume your whole life.
No, that's where my hard resets come in. I've had after our conversation, actually, I had a better time of like taking days off, just resetting. If it's playing basketball, if it's going out with my friends, because prior to us having our podcast, and even on the day of our podcast, people wouldn't hear from me for a month at a time, 2 months, 3 months. Like,
I did that for years. I was like locked in my like, so when I was working from home, it's probably like, I think 2.5 years straight where like I really didn't talk to many people. I just worked every day, and I've never been so stressed in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize the human connection of like being with your friends, how much better you feel. Like, after I go out a Saturday night with my friends or something, I feel great like going into Monday. Like, it's and you didn't realize that until like 2.5 years into it.
That's crazy.
It's just, I'm sitting in my basement working. Like, I feel like I was locked in a dungeon like Dobby from Harry Potter all day.
Yeah.
It was, So, but then once you realize that you need those days off, you need that human connection with other people. Like, it helps every aspect of your life. I think that's like scientifically proven as well.
Yeah. I think one issue with men that I saw is that like when we get older and let's say our wife passes away, like we die quicker because we don't have any friends to fall back on. And that's one thing I want to avoid is like, I want to have all my buddies around when I'm 80, 90, however old I live. Like, I want to have really great connections, not just surface level stuff. Like, just, in a sense, I guess, be like women in that sense where they have really good connections with their friends and they're always hanging out with them, always doing activities. Like, if it's golfing, let's go golf. Let's go chat up a storm. Let's go act
so
like...
you got to prioritize that like you prioritize your work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that's what I was lacking as well.
Yeah.
Now I prioritize that, and it's a game changer. I actually feel normal again.
It took a while.
It took mad long. No.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
Yeah, because there's one other buddy that right now, he lives in his parents' basement, so he could relate to this, because like, I live in my parents' basement, and one thing that drives me absolutely insane, because a few years ago when I was in my own apartment, I had these big windows, and I'd wake up every day with the sun shining on me. Like, the second the sun's up, I'm waking up, and I felt so healthy and so good. And now when I'm in a basement, my one window I have, it has an AC in it, so I get no sunlight. And people are like, when they come over, like, yo, this is the best. Your bed's so comfy. It's all dark. I'm like, it's the best for sleeping maybe, but when you want to get up and you want to do work, it's like, it's not easy.
It's just pitch black in there. I know exactly what you're talking about, 'cause that's my room right now. I got one window, and I purposely have the window. Like, I took down, I used to have the black blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Took them off, so I get sunlight in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I was noticing it was just I was locked in there basically. And you don't know what time it is.
So
if I didn't have a clock, I'd have no idea what time it was.
Yeah. That happened to me the other day, actually. It was Saturday. I didn't even know. I fell asleep at like 6:30 a.m. It was a wild night. But I fell asleep at 6:30 a.m. My phone died. So when I woke up, I was like disoriented because that's my clock. And then I go to charge my phone. Turns on and it says 1:58. I'm like, oh, it's 1:58 a.m. Like, it's the middle of the night.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I'm like, holy... I'm like, yeah, nah, I just threw away my whole day. I felt terrible, but it was also fun and I like...
Yeah. So do you beat yourself up over that? That you woke up late?
Not that one time, because relatively, like, I wake up pretty early all the time. Like I said, I was up last night till 5:30, and then this morning I was up by 8:30. You know,
I used to beat myself up over that if I slept late all the time.
Yeah.
It goes back to compare. I used to compare myself to other people. I'd be like, so many people got up early today.
Yeah.
They got so much more done than I did while I was sleeping, and I didn't go to bed early. What did I do at night when I was awake while they were sleeping that made me get ahead of them? And nothing, usually most of the time, because at night, that late, you're not doing much.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I would always compare, and that would always play a factor in like my anxiousness and like anxiety that I had. And yeah, not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I would do the same, but this time it's like you said earlier, as you grow and you realize you need those days. I just realized I work really hard nowadays, so sometimes I just need that day off. Like a Saturday, I genuinely just sat in bed.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
it. I told you I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
God, did that feel good.
Yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
I love it.
Like, I was genuinely absolutely doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not many things better than actually doing nothing.
Yeah.
And you appreciate it more and more as you get older.
Yeah.
Without my phone, I don't bring it into my bedroom anymore when I go to sleep at night.
Really?
Yeah. I don't do it. I try to go on a 20-minute walk every day. Actually, I'm really good at this. A 15 to 20-minute walk without my phone or headphones. I just leave the office and I'll walk around Hoboken with nothing.
Wow.
I just walk. And you'll realize you probably have your best ideas when you're doing absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like a proven fact.
Yeah,
You have your best creative thoughts as well most of the time if you're like walking out in nature.
that makes sense.
Outside.
Because I feel like you're not being, like this isn't going to be a right way to say it, but this is the only way I can think of right now. Your thoughts aren't being intercepted by other things. Like, your mind isn't being flooded by, let's say, music. Like, it's the one time you get to be creative and actually have your mind be free.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not getting interrupted or stimulated
Yeah.
by something else you don't realize how many times you get a notification on your phone or you're tempted to look at it. If you ever like be consciously aware about how many times you look at your phone or some sort of technology that you have on you, whether it's like an Apple Watch or like, that's basically the only two. But if you take account for the amount of times you look at it or get a notification, dude, it's like every 5 minutes you got something.
Yeah.
You could realistically look at it every minute if you wanted to.
Which is so crazy to me because I'm definitely one of those people. Like, if I see a notification, I have to look at it. It's so bad.
What's your screen time every day? Do you know?
I want to say it ranges anywhere from like 4 hours to like.
You're good. Like,
Yeah.
mine was bad for a minute. I average like probably 5.
Yeah.
It was 8 to 9 for you. I know people that are doing like 12 hours a
Mine
day.
used to be 12.
People are like 12 hours a day consistent.
Yeah.
That's bananas, man.
Yeah. I used to just genuinely do nothing. Like, be scrolling on TikTok whenever I could. And when I wasn't scrolling on TikTok, the reason I got up to 12 is because I'd be running YouTube videos, podcasts. So I'd put my screen time up. And then if not, because it's so funny you say that. Because at that point, what I remember is like, I genuinely wasn't getting any messages. I had no reason to get messages. Like, I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't doing anything in life. And now I get so many freaking messages. It's insane to me. Because I could vividly remember what that time was where my phone was dry. And I had nothing going on for me. And then now it's like constantly Instagram notification, YouTube studio notification. I get easily 20 different people texting me every day on the low end, you know? And I'm blessed. I have that opportunity, but at the same time, it's like I need to realize to take a step back. Because even last night, I got to bed at 9:30, and I was so tired. I felt so good. By 10:30, I woke back up because I had my phone next to me, and it was blowing up.
Yep. And it's actually like when you look at your phone, it's that you're not supposed to look at the light like that because that's a signal to your body that it's like it's time to wake up because of the light.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not good to have your phone with you when you're in bed. Period. No. Like, I'm not a fan of it. Also, it eliminates during the day. I put my phone in the mailbox at the office.
Yeah.
I put it there every day, and I've genuinely noticed a huge difference in my energy because I think this is what the deal is with the phone. Actually, when I have it with me at my office at my desk, I tend to look at it more. I'm wasting time, and I really do think it's like it takes more dopamine from a person.
Yeah.
Like from the doom scrolling and like seeing the thing. And I realized when I have my phone, I get so much more done because I think you have more dopamine in your body to be more motivated to actually take action, do these things, and you get a more better flow. I'm not interrupted. Because I actually think what book was that? Cal Newport, Deep Work. Deep Work. He said, I think on average, when you are in a flow state of working, and you know when you are, every time you get distracted, it takes 20 minutes to get back into that on average. I think it was 20 minutes. It was like 20 or more. It was like 20 to 30 or something like that.
Yeah.
But to get back into that. So once you get interrupted, so that's why I just try to put it in the mailbox downstairs. Just quiet. I have do not disturb on everything. I use only one monitor because when I have 3, I realize it's too much. I don't have to get distracted by looking at other things. I'll only use one tab at a time. I won't do any, like, I'll pull up what I need and eliminate as much as I can so that it's just like me and whatever the fuck I gotta do.
It's funny you say that because I have 2 monitors right now in my room that I use to work. And I was actually thinking about, I have an extra monitor I don't use. Like, it's not even plugged in or anything. I was thinking about just bringing it into the studio connecting it to my laptop and just having like a mouse and keyboard and like putting my laptop screen down, just using one. I don't know where I heard of it. It was something along the lines of like to see, like the more monitors you have pretty much gives your position in a company. Like the CEO doesn't have 2 monitors in front of him. He has one, you know? So I'm like, all right, I'm the CEO of my company currently. Like maybe I need to lock in, just have one monitor. And then this is where the next steps of my business comes in, like start building out my team. I'm definitely in the position where I need to start building out my team in order to grow, because I can't do it all myself. You know what I mean? My dad helps me a ton and I help my dad, but we can't do it all ourselves. And that's where we've definitely taken a step back of just being all hands on to now we're building out our team. Like Sunday was the first day we had a new producer in house. So for any other shows recording in here, now I know she's got it, you know?
Goes back to also like with the tasks, like all this really successful people you see don't have task lists.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have, they don't use computers that much, or like they use it like for a handful of minutes every year. Like I was just down in Miami where I was staying at Brandon's place.
Yeah.
Brandon Bowski. Great dude. He is only operating from his phone every day, like running. He has multiple businesses. His place is sick. He's got a penthouse at the Paramount World Center. He owns a house in Fort Lauderdale. But he's doing well. Great guy. And he's never on his laptop. I've been there like probably 10 times now. I've never seen him use a laptop. I lied. I've seen him use it for 30 minutes combined.
Yeah.
And so he's just operating from his phone every day.
Yeah.
I was like, just delegating everything that needs to be done on a laptop.
That's funny you say that.
It's wild. And I've noticed it, and it made me think. I'm like, did I ever see Gary on a laptop that much? Very rare, like not a lot. Alex was for sure, but also acquisition.com is at like that we were like a startup too. So like there's a lot of things that need to be done. I think it's less and less as time goes on and they grow. But yeah, you'll see like it's more or less they're not on the laptop as much.
Yeah, it's crazy you say that because I told you earlier I work with Justin LeBoy now, and he's never opened a laptop. For a fact, he's never opened a laptop. Even his best friend, he opened a laptop for the first time when we were in Houston, and I showed him how to use CapCut. He's like, sorry, bro, I never use this. Like, they're at the level they never do that. And even his phone, he's rarely ever on his phone. Like, I don't know. But it's insane to me too, because the way he executes with his team is pretty cool to see. Like, he talked to his assistant the other day and I was in the room and he literally said, like, listen, you need to do everything for me. I'm at the point where everybody does everything for me, in the sense of like, if I have a show and the show starts at 6 and the barber's here to give me a haircut and I'm running around trying to do 10 things, you need to say, Justin, sit down and get in the chair, like cut your hair. Like sometimes he needs people to come in and be like, just do this, do that. You know what I mean? Because they're all over the place sometimes, but I never seen him on a computer. He does a really good job of delegating and having his team around him. And that's one thing he's also told me, like, your team is really going to make or break whatever you're building.
Oh my God.
Like, if you have an amazing team,
it's everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah. It's massive.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to building my team, and I think that's why I try so hard now, is first to like prove to people I could do this. 1, 2 is like, I just look forward to building my team. Like, I wish I could have a team and produce for other people. And I know once I have a team, it will also like free up more time for me to continue growing in other aspects, which will only tenfold the product I'm producing here, you know, and the product I'm producing for the business as well.
Yeah. Like what's, I would say like, why should people come work for you? Like, what's like your mission that you're trying to accomplish? So for example, for Alex and Layla, it was putting out real world business education to everyone. They were providing that, and it went hand in hand with their business of acquisition.com. They give you the content for free, all that real business education, which they're accomplishing their mission. And we would create that content, the team. So it made the creative people on the team and all of us have a sense of impact, because we were giving this knowledge out for free, putting it all together, give it to them, and it was crushing. And these people would build their businesses as a result. So we were literally impacting and changing lives.
Wow.
And we knew, and we were consistently told that as team members, that's what the impact we had. So it made you put in more effort because you know you were helping people change lives.
Yeah.
Like, and that was more of an incentive for people to come and join the team, because you're growing a brand, you're changing people's lives. You work on a great team of like hard workers. You're surrounding yourself with good people. It's a good environment, good culture. Like, think about it. in that way? Like, what could people that you want to work on your team, how are they going to see the impact of working here?
Definitely. It's a great way to look at it, and I'm going to have to think about it over the next few weeks or months. It's still going to take a time for me to build my team for my podcast.
Especially like in this industry.
Yeah.
Like creative people need and develop like your SOPs and your systems, because creative people really need like attention. Like they need to be told what to do at specific times, like so they could get in their flow states.
Yeah.
They need the process and the system to know like where they're going to, or organizationally, they're not like the most organized humans. So they're gonna when are we doing this? Where are we putting it once we're done? And then how is this impacting? How is my work providing impact to people?
Yeah, that's honestly a great thought, and something I'm gonna have to think about probably every day now, just to like keep that in the back of my mind. And I guess I already did it in a sense with the producer we just hired. Like, she's going to school for editing, videography, photography, so she wants to be in this industry in a sense. So it's really cool because she has a soundboard at her school and she's actually taking a podcasting class. I'm like, come get real hands-on experience in the sense of like the people you're going to meet and network. Like, now you get to run their shows, and on top of this, things you're going to be able to learn here. And one great thing I love about podcasting is like you could be at the point where you're paying your team really well and they still have a ton of hours to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? So I hope I inspire them to be creative in their own sense, you know what I mean? And hopefully start their own content. You know, I want to get team members in the future who want to do content for themselves as well, you know?
Nice.
So it's like you learn from my podcast, I guess, and hopefully at the time I'll be producing at a high end, producing really well and just doing really well in content, and they could pretty much skip all the hard lessons I had to learn by myself, you know?
Yeah, it'll help them build their brand too, like associating and working with you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good look, and it allows them to if you allow them to have creative freedom, it'll help them learn as editors too.
Yeah, because one thing about me is, which is amazing, that since I've had to learn everything by myself, I don't take it for granted. So like when she came here and sat down the other day, she was really nervous, and like, it's a lot. You see it. Like, it's a lot.
It's crazy. I've worked in this industry. I have no idea what any of those buttons do over there on that board.
Exactly. So I completely understand. It's intimidating. Yeah.
I have no idea.
And I was the one that set it up, plugged everything in.
That's wild.
We made the wires like by hand, like, and even I still struggled and made mistakes. So the fact that I went through that, I'm able to relate. So I have a certain expectation when you come in, like, and understanding, if that makes sense. Like, I expect you to do well, but I understand there's gonna be mistakes made, and I'm not gonna end whatever is going on. I'm not gonna come at you, because when I made my mistakes, there was nobody coming at me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just be a normal human being, because I feel like there's so many dirtbags out there and bosses. Everybody's had a bad boss where like you make one little mistake, or even if it's a big mistake, and you feel like your life's ended, and they make you feel like such a terrible person. I never want anybody working around me, working with me. Like,
you want it to be a mistake-friendly environment.
Yeah, like, that's the only way you're gonna learn. Make the mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I want you to get better off your mistakes, not, oh my God, you made a mistake, you're ruining everything. Like, I've heard that, I lived through it, and in some ways I'm still living through it, but that's not something I want to build my team around.
Yeah, well, you can't have any creative freedom on your team if you do are getting angry or saying it's like mistakes are not a good thing.
Yeah.
It should be a great thing.
Like, how else are you going to learn? Like, if you're always like winning, or so-called winning, or not making any mistakes. Like,
that's also why a lot of people's content is so good. Like, they show you the losses along the way. People relate to it because they're like, yeah, I fuck up all the time. So you see yourself and like, the losses that people have, because you could relate to something that they lose to, because you've lost so many times, way more than you've won.
Yeah.
And then it makes you appreciate their content more and like it better, because then you saw the process of them losing and then winning.
That's what I've been trying to like record on the I've been trying to record more behind the scenes, and I want to
Like those are beginning conversations. Sorry to interrupt you.
No
those
worries.
beginning conversations when we're talking like that. You should record those with that, like honestly, without even like the person knowing.
Yeah, I'm just
Like
gonna
you could
set
just have it recorded. You could text them the day before just to let them know that you will be recording like right when they walk in,
Yeah.
like the moment they step in, just so that you have it like documented. But
Yeah.
then, yeah, it's because you get a lot of good stuff out of that.
Yeah, we were talking about some fire stuff.
Yeah, we were.
started.
It was
Yeah,
great,
it was
and
great
also like it shows like the things you mess up on. Like you
Yeah.
could talk, like you brought up the feedback and like just like little things you could see in the
Yeah.
future, and like you bring up, people could see that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna set up. I have a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I don't.
I
Yeah,
have one too.
I think I might just set it up in a corner and like just have that recording.
Yeah.
and then just add it to the document. How do you say documentary? I don't know.
You could run time lapse. You could have one just
Yeah.
running for a while, like run a time lapse too of you setting different things up as well
Yeah.
over like a 2-day span.
I have what's it called? I actually have a bunch of time lapse video of when we built this studio over a year ago now, because we built this version at least last August, and like I recorded 2 to 3 days, maybe even a week. I don't remember much now. A week on my iPhone, and then I ordered the camera, and I even have like a video of me unpacking the camera and everything, and then I started to record with that camera time lapses. But at the time, I was like, oh, it's such a shit job, such a shit video, because it was my first time making a video at all. So I didn't know how to catch the angles. I didn't know what was important. And I also had to get it done because we only had a week to build it out. So it was just stressful. But I've been saving that video, and I'm actually going to sit down and edit it now because I want the world to see what it was like building the studio. Second, like how far I've made it in a year just through the video.
People need to see this. You need
Yeah.
to show like one time you have to show like the front of the house and like do like a walkthrough
I'm going to
and
do
then
it
come
when
down
we move out.
and then show this place down here because it's like
Yeah.
no lie, you would never expect this
Nah.
this dope studio like this when you
Yeah.
first like pull up to the house. Like you would never know that.
Yeah.
Ever.
It was
This is shit you see in like legit studios in like Hollywood.
Yeah, I've noticed that now that I've been to a ton of studios and been to iHeartRadio and been to a bunch of radio stations in the city.
You might have better studio than they do.
Yeah,
Like no lie.
no, I agree. The one thing is the only thing I would genuinely improve in here is the cameras. Just because they're 1080p and our lighting isn't the best, so it's not capturing
It's
the
too
best
small because
quality.
it's too small.
Yeah, but I actually went to, it's called the NAB show, National Association of Broadcasting, and they have every company in broadcasting you could imagine, like all the camera companies, so Sony, Canon, Panasonic, and then Blackmagic, which does like DaVinci Studio, or just any company you could think of, if they invented something new. And we got a chance to walk around for a full day, and I saw a ton of cameras. I already know the next cameras I'm going to buy, you know, and the next upgrade is going to be insane. Like that video is also going to be insane. That's why I kind of want to drop the video soon, because I know I might just go crazy in the next month and like buy all the cameras. Like, I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
It's a
lot.
you go down a slippery slope real quick with that stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, the way I look at it, it's like an investment into my dream.
Oh, it is.
But I'm probably going to buy, like, once I have my personal studio. Like, this is my studio and I own this studio, but it isn't my personal one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, doing something. Yeah,
Other people come in, like, I want it branded. I want it to feel my vibe. Like, this is my vibe, but this is also like a generic vibe in a sense.
Yeah, because it's versatile. You
Yeah.
do so many different things in here.
And it was made for the radio station to begin with. It wasn't made for me. Like, my next one gonna be made for me. I have so many ideas, and I have some crazy artists that are willing to come in and do some wall art for me, which is gonna be amazing. It's just building up to that,
Yeah,
you know.
that's dope.
And at the same time, like, I always like to reinvest back into my own company. So, like, my YouTube just got monetized. So technically, I just started making money off my podcast. Like, I'm not gonna make $100 this month and then go spend $2,000 on cameras, on one camera.
Yeah,
you know,
not
so,
balling.
Yeah, I'm
By any
not
means.
balling yet. So, like, until I see a little bit of reoccurring income and I know I could pay it off just off my podcast, then I'll invest into it.
Yeah,
You know?
smart.
I need to kind of prove to myself first, like, I'm gonna, 1, stick with it, which I believe I am. I already have for a year. But 2, stick with the process of improving. Because, like,
It's always the case.
yeah.
You're always gonna be improving.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it. at least when I was younger, I thought I always needed this. I get this device, whatever it is. I get this camera. I'm really going to pop off. Like, I'm going to do it if I could only get this. And then you see the guy with the 720p camera, like the webcam, going viral because he's just giving it an effort. You know what I mean? He's being entertaining if that's what he decides to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I always limit myself to I need the equipment, and then maybe that's why this is built. You know what I mean? I needed all this to start, but
it's never the case.
It's never the case.
No, dude. But you learn from, like, again, you learn from those mistakes. Like,
yeah.
you think if you have, it's like the shiny object syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You're always chasing a new thing. You think when you have this, you have X, you're going to get Y.
So bad. And especially in content, like, dude, start with your iPhone. Like, prove to yourself you could actually record videos on your iPhone and be willing to post them. And
yeah.
You'll
just
be
getting
fine.
the reps. Like, I do it now where I do every day. It's like a random word generator exercise.
Yeah.
Where I, just to get better at looking at the camera and just talking, like riffing, I'll start recording, and it has to go for 3 to 4 minutes straight, where I'll go to a website, randomwordgenerator.com, and I record a loom. So I'll record my screen and also record me, and I'm looking at the camera, and it's just my webcam I use. It's like a Logitech C920. Yeah. Start recording. I go to the website. First thing, right when it goes to the website, is a random word. Like yesterday, I think was bandwidth. I talked about it, and the day before that was, I think, bean. So I have to come up with a story on the spot about about bandwidth yesterday, and then the day before that was bean. You have to just come up with something on the spot, and you're trying not to, like, it has to flow. Yeah. And you're telling a story about it.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
And it's tough. It's hard because it helps you with, like, your storytelling. And it helps you just speaking in general, because you're so tempted to, like, I do a lot is use the word like, or I'm like, And instead of doing either, it's more or less you do a pause. When you don't know what to say or you're thinking of something, it's pausing. It's better than saying like, or doing something stupid.
Yeah, that's one thing I've had to learn, and I'm still learning, and I still say like sometimes or but what I do instead is take that pause. So I think it's great you said that. You've seen it right in front of you today. Sometimes I'll be talking and then out of nowhere go quiet. But it's just me thinking about my next thought instead of having those filler words. I'd rather just pause, because in post-editing, I could just take it out if I wanted to. Or I could show the real me in the sense of I make mistakes. I need time to think, you know what I mean?
But also, it's not a bad thing to keep it in at times, because even
pacing.
Well, when I'm having a conversation with you, it keeps even the audience and myself, instead of you saying it's like that's very generic and people are like, it's kind of a turn off. When people pause, it keeps me more engaged, because I know you're listening. Like, you're really thinking deep on a response. Yeah. When you're pausing, because you could tell, like, they're thinking about what they want to say next, so you're waiting for it. It keeps you engaged and like waiting for what actually is going to come out, because you could tell he's thinking real hard about it. Yeah. That's the way I see it.
I think it for me, there I go saying but I think for me it depends on the situation. It's all about the pacing context of the video,
the conversation,
context, like you said. Because I definitely take pauses as well to think, just because since we have the headphones in, which I love, I really focus on what the person across from me is saying, because I like to bounce off the ideas that they just stated, maybe grab something from their sentence, and that's how you have a natural flowing conversation, instead of just, I have these questions, let's riffle them off, let's bang them out, you know.
There are times too when people are silent because they don't know what the fuck they want, like what they're saying either. It's just like an awkward moment. So you have that too, but so most of the time you're thinking hard.
Exactly. So it just really depends. And then sometimes, like, I had this one episode, I felt so bad. Shout out to P-Way. I love him now. We have a great relationship. But he knew when he came in, I did not sleep that night. I slept probably 30 minutes. Like, I came into the studio. He came at 9 a.m. I came into the studio, eyes burning, absolutely tired. And by the end of it, I could just tell my energy was down. I would literally told him I apologize so much. He knew I was tired prior to it, but I just knew it wasn't my regular self. It still ended up being a great episode. Yeah, but I was shot. Like, I was sitting there, like, these lights were burning my eyes, and I was like barely staying awake. And it's not because I wasn't interested. I was really interested, but I was just so tired. I didn't sleep all night, and it was completely on me. But I feel like I have that bad habit of when I have something important to do the next morning, I can't sleep. I don't know if that's just me, but
Yeah, I mean, no, I really don't have that issue.
yeah, that's good.
I'd have troubles just sleeping in general, but when it's something I have important the next day, I think the more I prepare for it, the better I'll sleep at night because I know I'm ready to rock.
Yeah. I don't know. I either gotta hit the gym early in the morning and get really exhausted.
That helps. But not get it. You don't have to get exhausted. It's just
Throughout the day, exhaust myself. Like,
yeah.
just make sure I'm staying awake all day, because I love my midday naps. That's my problem. Like, if I could take them, if I could take a 30-minute nap, an hour nap, I'm like, all right.
I would try to cut that down to like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I have to, because, I just have
That's
to.
a key thing. Yeah, I would cut that down to 15 minutes, definitely work out, and you'll be sleeping like a rock at night.
Yeah, because another thing is, like, which is bad, but I do a lot of work at night. Like, now I've transitioned to, if I know I'm going to stay up and I have a sense of I'm going to stay up, instead of trying to put myself to sleep and laying in bed for 3-4 hours, whatever it is, I'll just get up and start doing work. Like, before I used to get up and, like, either watch TikToks, watch YouTube, or just do something that wasn't going to help me. But if I know I'm going to be up, I'll just do work.
Yeah, some people are naturally like night owls. That's okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to be like more like do shit early?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, when I have a structured schedule, I love waking up in the morning. Like, I am a morning person, but since I go to sleep so late, like, it's so hard getting up in the morning. But once I'm up and active. Like,
yeah, I mean, you could switch back into that. Rather quickly. You gotta suffer for one day.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Just force yourself to suffer for that one day, and then go to bed early, and then you're back in the normal circadian rhythm.
Yeah. I think it's also because of my buddies. Like, I have buddies where we'll hop on like a voice call every night and we'll just chat about random stuff, or like we'll all be working and chat about random stuff. And my thing is, like, let's say I wake up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. today. I might be tired all day, but the second it hits 10 p.m., if I'm on a call or something, I just need to learn how to wind down and really cut everything out.
It's so big.
Yeah.
Like, I think people praise like morning routines. I've noticed over the past year, it's all about your nighttime routine. Like, your next day is like dictated by the night before. At least that's what I've noticed the past year.
Yeah.
Because I used to be so obsessed with my morning routine, but I would feel like shit when I wake up in the morning because my nighttime routine was horrible and I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m. Like, the minute I had like my own little routine at night to how to wind down, like, I'm done working no matter what, 8 p.m. at the max.
Yeah.
And then I get home, take the train home. When I get home, either reading, and then stretching probably usually before I read. It's stretching, reading, and then going to sleep. That's it.
Yeah. I need to take some notes.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to. It's just figure out what your nighttime routine is. Like, I've noticed I feel a lot better in the morning because your body will naturally be like, all right, it's time for bed if you have a nighttime routine.
I think for me, it has to be just cut off, like, all that, because there's so many times, like I said, I'll come home and it'll be like 10 p.m., 11, whatever, and I'll get on my computer, or I'll get on my phone. Like,
the light naturally keeps you up.
Yeah, that blue light just kills you. And I definitely do see it when I am on my phone or on the computer. I'm way more wired for longer than I should be. Even if I was tired when I first got home, it wakes me up. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I just got to cut that out. Because when I wake up early and I have a good day and a good night's sleep, like, I have great days, amazing days. Because I'm also, I work so hard early in the morning. Like, I don't know what it is about just having that sense of, like, calm and quiet around you. Like, I love waking up and just getting work done for like an hour and then going to the gym. I'm a weirdo.
There's no distractions.
Yeah. And I feel like for a lot of people, life hasn't even started yet. They're either commuting or doing something else, or not even up yet. And like,
it's quiet.
Yeah. That's why when I was in college and living with a bunch of buddies, like, at one point I lived in a frat house with 20 guys. One of my best friends in the house at the time, like, he wouldn't get up to like 1, 2 p.m., but a lot of the times I would wake him up at 7 to just go to the gym with me. Just because I was always up, and I knew if I woke up at 6:37, I could get so much work done because nobody else is going to be up except me.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's like a big advantage that you would have that you have over people.
You literally have like half a day over people. By the time I finished my day, because let's say I got up at 7 at that time, do some work, hit the gym, get some food, my day was done, you know? And then people are just waking up, starting their day, and I'm like, oh my God.
Sleep is so huge, like,
Yeah.
basically. I used to always sleep less, like, thinking, like, oh, you're sleeping, you're dead. But no, I felt dead when I didn't sleep enough. So it's like, when you sleep, like, I hate that stupid quote, sleep when you're dead. Because you feel like death if you don't sleep enough.
Yeah.
And especially stack that up over weeks when you don't sleep enough, you're in horrible shape. You don't get anything done.
Yeah.
And I did sleep enough. Like, you feel like you conquer the world when you sleep enough. You feel 10 times better. And especially when you work out in the morning, like after you have a good night's sleep.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
freaking you're so much more productive.
Yeah. I feel like
Like
super,
the hack is sleeping. Like, sleep more.
by far.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the biggest thing, to be honest.
I don't think people emphasize that enough.
Fuck no, they don't.
They say,
Not even close.
they always say, like, oh yeah, you'll sleep when you're dead. And I used to say that to myself too, like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. But now I'm like, nah, you know what? I'll just sleep. Like, that's why I don't mind if I sleep in. Like, let's say I went to sleep at 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Great point.
I don't mind if I sleep until 10, 11, 12, because I know it just matters what I'm doing with my hours once I'm up. You know?
That's another thing. Like, I don't worry too much about if I wake up at whatever 7:30 instead of 6:30, or like even if it's not 8:30 or 9:30 instead of waking up at 6:30, because I know, like, I needed it. If that's the case, that means that my body needed it. So I'm gonna feel better today, and I'll get more done in the time I have within that day than if I woke up at 6:30, forced myself up, and still worked those more hours. I probably was not gonna be as productive if I got because of the less sleep.
Yeah, and I definitely I think that was also like emphasized a lot when I was, at least when I was younger. I used to remember people saying, like, oh, if you don't wake up in the morning, you're not getting anything done. Like, everyone successful wakes up at 7 or before 7. And a lot of successful people do wake up really early, but I also know a lot of successful people that, like, they like to sleep in. And it's because they go to, like you said, they were night owls.
Some people are night owls, naturally.
Yeah, so it just, what really matters is getting that 8 hours or getting a proper amount of sleep where you feel
Pretty sure.
rested.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty sure I heard that recently, like I was listening to Andrew Huberman. I think it's like a proven thing, like scientifically now, that they like ran a bunch of tests on people that, like, you can be, like, based off your DNA, an actual like night owl type person. Like, you're actually like up at night.
Yeah.
There's not many of them. Like, it was like a really low percentage, but it's actually like, because everyone says, like, oh, you could be a morning person if you really wanted to. No, like technically you can't. Like, you might be one of those people.
Yeah.
That's naturally just a night owl.
Yeah, I don't think I'm naturally a night owl. I think I've forced my body into it, you know.
Yeah, yep, you have. But like, you could force yourself out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
But those people can't. Like, they will struggle drastically.